We don't often get to hear from people who survive a plane crash where the plane is completely destroyed, mainly because there are rarely many survivors in those kind of instances. But today, the pilot of a plane that went down near Tipton Airport is talking about going through just such a harrowing experience. Maryland Bureau Chief Brad Bell has a story that you will see only on 7.
After 5 days in the hospital, Jeff Barnett hobbled home today with lots of stitches, a few broken bones, and an incredible story to tell.
We lost power at about 250 feet shortly after takeoff.
Sunday afternoon, Barnett is at the controls of the small two-seater plane he owns with his passenger that day, Dr. Tom Klein. Just as he's done for 40 years as a pilot, he rolls down the runway and points his nose to the sky. When the engine begins to sputter, he has 10 seconds to react.
We always teach you act like the tops of the trees are your runway, and you flare out and you land into them. And after that, the trees pretty much take care of everything.
Barnett says the plane tumbled and spun but didn't fall apart. And when the noise stopped, they were upside down. He says Klein looked over and said, "We're alive."
I'm disappointed that luck played so much of a role in it. And I'd like to think that my superior piloting skills did it, but it didn't.
Barnett says he'll fly again as soon as he can. He even shows us the plane he's building in his garage. And just 5 days after getting that nightmare call from the hospital, his wife Melissa says she's ready to ride along.
I was shocked, but then when on site was able to see him and knew that he was okay, it made me feel a lot better.
Just grateful to be home and with my wife and little dog.
Well, back live now out at Tipton Airport. We took a hike back into those woods where that plane came down today. Looked a lot like that. Heavy, thick, dense trees, but somehow or another there was a little opening, and that's where that plane came down, in that little opening. That's what saved these folks' lives. Now, as for their conditions, broken sternum, broken vertebrae, both men are wearing collars. Both men are expected to be okay. Mrs. Barnett says there's only one word to describe it: a miracle. At Tipton Airport, Brad Bell, ABC 7 News.